Welcome into the North Rinks in Hauppauge. It's once again time for Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. Second game of the night. Just concluded a freshman game in which West Islip defeated Eastport South Manor. Now it's time for junior varsity action. The Longwood Lions and the Connetquot Sayville Thunderbirds open their season moments from now. The Lions will be in the road green, T-Birds in the home white. As we look back on last season, both these teams looking to improve. We'll start with the Thunderbirds. They were 1-18-1, just that one victory. So they are looking for a big-time improvement, and they will have to do it without their team leaders from last year. Aiello, Ogburn Jr., Joseph Jackalone, all gone. And they will turn to some other veteran players like Milo Mazie and Lucas Theodolu, while picking up many players all around the freshman and developmental division from their developmental and freshman division, I should say, Connetquot Sayville, whereas some schools are picking up players from that played for previously different programs, I should say. Brady Campbell with Ryan Brannigan, Rowan Laddick on the camera, Gabe Takuri operating our socials here tonight. Ryan, it should be a good one tonight. It looks like the Lions, who finished at 500 last year, did make it to the playoffs before losing to ESM, the eventual champion in the quarterfinals, are looked to like they are poised for another run this year.
Absolutely, Brady, and this should be a competitive game. Obviously, worth noting the new additions to Connetquot Sayville from outside the district, notably Max Goldstein of Southampton, as they do not have enough for their own JV team. He is a difference maker, a part of the forward group. Not sure if we'll see him tonight necessarily, but difference maker nonetheless. Joined by his fellow teammates, Keegan and Quinlan Riley, both of which, again, coming from Southampton, respectively. On the other side of the ice, it's the goaltending that really takes the talking points, as both Mark Nocerino, who will be getting the start tonight, and Kasper Stabinski are excellent at what they do, and look forward to for Nocerino to be excellent here tonight. And on the other side, it's going to be Friars for Connetquot Sayville, not listed on the roster, but that was on the back of the jersey. According
to Lysats, that is Jacob Brussi, who is at least wearing the Friars uniforms. He now looks like he might be heading off, or at least the door opens for him, maybe getting a new jersey or something here. We will await. I recognize that flow coming out of the back of the mask, but yeah, as you mentioned, Ryan, Brussi normally playing forward, normally a skater, as was Mark Nocerino. He came from Longwood freshman white, and he was normally a skater with them. But yeah, as you mentioned, for Connetquot Sayville, Maxwell Goldstein and the Rileys, Keegan and Quinlan, well, all coming from Southampton freshmen. Goldstein put up 29 goals, 13 assists, 42 points. Many of their other players coming from Connetquot Sayville freshman red or developmental gold. And on the Longwood side, bringing back many key members, although they did lose a couple in the form of Shepard, Nicotri, and Benoit. And they bring in a lot of players from their freshman white team and developmental green. And we'll talk more about them as the night goes on here. Brussi still over by the locker room. Now he's going to skate over to the crease, up wearing that number 30 Friars uniform. But he's set to go. T-Birds going left to right, Lions right to left, and the puck is down. We are underway. Theodolu will control for Connetquot Sayville. Opening game of the season for many of these clubs, with the exception of West Islip freshmen, who played just prior to this. They'll play tomorrow. The rest of these teams will get a couple of days off between games. A quick shot goes wide. And picking up where they left off here is Longwood. Macklin Smith got bumped off the puck, and back the other way comes Mazie over the line. Milo Mazie lost the handle. Theodolu backhands one towards the front, hit a defenseman's stick, ends up wide. Puck to the point. Ruppert drag, shoots, looking for a redirection. Doesn't get it.
Nearly did. Good position there from Maisie. Good opening shift here for the T-Birds.
Maisie has a man in front. Good stick by Nocerino. And the rebound cleared out of harm's way and out to center. Hustling after it will be Nicholas Zano. But he is beaten to the puck by Harrison Ruppert. Down the wing, looking for help. Defended nicely there by Ryan Hickson. Off the glass to the blue line, held in momentarily by Maisie. And now skated up the ice here by Longwood. Maresca over the line. Zachary Maresca scores! A wicked shot, and Longwood has the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, when you get a forward playing goal or defenseman playing goal, you expect some saves and others not so much. You see him reaching across with the glove, Seta using the blocker, but good shot nonetheless from Maresca, getting the party started and on the board first.
Jeremy Maresca, so he has his first of the year from Ryan Hickson. Yeah, as you mentioned, Brussy kind of handcuffed him a little bit, reaching across with the glove. Couldn't quite make the stop. Back the other way comes Longwood, trying to extend the lead. Good takeaway in the neutral zone. Stepping up, though, is Bellaro. Another Bellaro here for this Longwood squad. Tried to center that. That's Christopher Bellaro. Taken away, though, and back out to center.
And Bellaro returning, member of the team, leader and excellent defenseman, as you see what he could do.
Nice move as a man to his left. He fed it there, and it just handcuffed his teammate. That was Joseph Arenzo. The pass to the blue line couldn't be held in. It's offside.
Yeah, when you have an inexperienced goaltender between the pipes, that just you need that much more from your defense to try to limit the opportunities. So we'll see how Connetquot Sayville navigate these treacherous waters of that predicament.
Back the other way, Connetquot Sayville trying to tie this game up. Quinlan Riley stuff attempt off the outside of the cage. Around the board, Keegan Riley keeps it in, not for long. Back the other way, Longwood, potential 2-on-1. Here they come, over the line, and that time Brussy makes the stop. That was Maresca again, hunting for a second. Has it, backhand try, and Brussy not able to really settle into this game, but he makes back-to-back saves.
Hey, how about it on a 2-on-1 is no less.
Ruppert lost the handle. Zano swings it ahead. Tell you what, Maresca has come to play as well. Well-deserved break as he heads to the bench. Bellaro back in. Nice toe drag again. Couldn't get it to go. Not sure if Brussy got a piece, but it ended up over the net.
Oh, what a move by Bellaro.
Held in by Jake Byers. Behind the net it goes. Macklin Smith. Check to the wall. Leaves it behind. Centering past Bellaro. Spinorama score! Oh, how about that move from Bellaro? Gets it to his backhand. Had the open shooting lane. Sneaks it 5-hole.
Again, he had a great move and big-time chance just before this. Then he's going to go backhand. Little spin move action, and Longwood double up their lead, 2-0.
So Bellaro last year had 9 goals with 8 assists. Already off and running here. Not even 4 minutes into this hockey game. Now Maisie looking to tie things up. Oh, cross-ice pass got through. What a save. Nocerino goes post to post.
Oh, great save there from Nocerino, is getting a real good test from Theodolu.
Theodolu has looked pretty sharp early on as well on the Thunderbird side of things, as they look to win the offensive zone draw, but it does come back out to center. Skated out though. Could be numbers for Longwood. Great defensive stick on the other end, however, from Liam Schurer. Schurer made the play, and now Macy sneaks a shot through and scores.
Wow.
I think Nocerino may have been screened. He still got a piece of it. But Macy with the seeing eye shot cuts it to 1.
Yeah, I'll take another look at this one. You said it, seeing eye shot. And just like that, Connetquot on the board. Man, this is a long shot through a maze of players that just goes over the pad under the blocker. A perfect spot for Maisie to let that one rip. And Connetquot Sayville on the board, see what they could do.
Hanging around, we've seen a lot of teams who had not so great seasons last year start off strong this season. Of course, on the freshman level, West Islip picked up a nice win moments ago. They went winless last year. And this Connetquot Sayville team just 1 win a year ago. Back the other way, backhand try. Maresca couldn't sneak it through.
We saw last year, too, ESM JV win a game emphatically while playing without a goaltender and an extra attacker for the entire duration of the game. Now, there's precedent. Obviously, electing to put Brussy in instead of that option, we're Connetquot Sayville, and you do need to have a deep enough bench to kind of pull that off.
Absolutely.
I don't think Connetquot Sayville does.
Connetquot Sayville, only 3 players rotating, of course, on their bench here tonight thus far. And you probably prefer, of course, the human goalie can make some saves that the padding cannot, if you will, as Maresca fans on the turnaround shot. Although you'd be surprised how many saves sometimes the padding can make if the checking is difficult on some of these players. But, of course, you don't have the post-to-post element as Brussy steers that puck away. Shot towards the net, another save. It bounces right through the top of the crease. Rescued out of harm's way for Connetquot Sayville by Riley.
Hey, give Brussy credit. He's made a few saves now early on.
Riley the steal, trying to move in. Good recovery by Hickson. Brussy starting to settle into this game. You can tell he's not fully comfortable. Obviously doesn't play goalie too much, doesn't go down a whole lot. But he's still doing his best and doing a good job so far. Theodolu with the centering pass. Macklin Smith the takeaway. And there he goes. Smith over the line. Tries to feed it across. Zano couldn't quite handle it. Reaching for it. Taken away. Backhanded by Theodolu. Bolaro holds it in. Centering pass finds Smith. Down the slot. Couldn't get the forehand shot away. Good stick by Maisie. And he has his head up. Stretches it out for Theodolu. Theodolu catches up to it. Shot muffled by Bolaro. Stopped by Nocerino. And cleared out of harm's way. Could be a foot race here. Brussy out of his net. Fans on it and they score.
Oh no.
Lorenzo takes advantage as that goaltending stick. I tell you, it is a tough stick to manage your first couple times picking it up, but Lorenzo will take advantage of that one. 3-1 Longwood.
Yeah, I remember the first time I tried playing goal. Must have been like, out on the street or something like that. And the goaltending stick was by far the most uncomfortable experience of it all. I wanted so badly to play without it and just have a blocker and a glove, but obviously you're exposing your 5-hole, and you do need the stick to do stuff, so I can relate.
Makes sense when you're playing goalie, but as soon as you have to play the puck, and I'm not sure, I'm trying to remember if Brussy's a righty or lefty. Normally he's a skater, but if he's normally a righty, trying to play the puck lefty could be a difficulty in of itself, as well as Lorenzo slides that one 5-hole. Makes it 4-1, back-to-back goals for Lorenzo.
Yeah, the formula for Connetquot Sayville is play the, in the Longwood zone, and that one goes through 5-hole. Not exactly living up to that formula. Already the 3rd point of the night for Lorenzo.
His 2nd goal in 34 seconds has a 3-goal lead, biggest so far of this young game. Could be numbers though for Connetquot Sayville. A shot save, no Sereno. And now Maresca, he has some space. That is not what Connetquot Sayville wants. Passes it ahead, and now numbers, potential partial breakaway turns into one. And they actually deked Brussy 5-hole, but unable to slide it home was Jake Byers. Didn't quite have the angle to do so. Chopped off the outside of the goal. Maresca wins that battle. Smith wide open in front. Shot goes wide. Hickson sidesteps Riley. Shot blocked. Riley had his stick lifted, and it's cleared back out to center. Hickson gets to it. Skates around Polidoro. Hickson to the backhand, couldn't get a shot away, stays with it behind the goal. Knocked off his stick by Keegan Riley. Puck moved back to Byers. Down low Smith. Trying to slide it to Maresca, couldn't. Feeds it to the slot, ends up back on his tape. Smith, a shot, score! Snuck it inside the post. Macklin Smith on the board.
Macklin Smith on the board indeed, and quickly 5-1 in favor of Longwood as the inexperienced Brussy facing a lot of shots that, you know, you want to try to limit your Connetquot Sayville the best you can. They're not exactly doing that. Longwood dominating possession in the O zone, and that's going to lead to problems for Connetquot Sayville.
And it has thus far. That seems to be the recipe for success. Brussy made a few stops early on. Here's Bolaro, though. He's going to get a good look from the circle. Just playing the possession game right now. Still 6 minutes left here in this first period. Still a lot of hockey left to be played. But the T-Birds don't want to let it get out of hand or here early. Bolaro, nice toe drag around Theodolu. Backhands one towards the front. It sneaks in. I'm not sure who touched it last. Either way, 6-1 for Longwood.
6-1 indeed. Let's get another look at who tipped this puck in. Bolaro again showing off the filthy mitts. Take your pick, Brady.
Well, they do give it to number 30, Cole Homus. That was going to be my pick. I believe he got a stick on it last. Longwood will take him any way they can get him, but looks like it will be Homus from Bolaro, and he's on the board. Bolaro back in, tried to split through and feed it off. Maisie the steal. Maisie working one-on-one against Byers, trying to open up for a shot. Good defense by Byers. Takes him to the wall and allows his teammate Maresca to pick up the puck. Dangerous move, but he keeps it moving. Byers settles the bouncing puck on for Smith. Lions stay on side. Smith feeds it towards the front. Knocked away and cleared back out to center. These two teams met twice last season. Both wins for Longwood. In a pretty big way as well. 10-3 and 10-5 respectively, as Smith wins the puck battle and scores again, as he just drove in and lifted the stick of Keegan Riley and was able to beat Brussy.
That's just like, here it is. This is what I loved about this play, is that right there, that stick lift to get positioning. That's a good shot. Good luck, Brussy. But it's 7-1 Longwood, and they're not showing any signs of slowing down just yet.
They win the ensuing face-off as well. Hickson nearly gave it up. Good recovery. Now has some room to skate through the neutral zone. Hickson on the backhand. Tries to stuff it. Brussy held the post. Homus, Bolaro. And his backhand cuts back to his forehand. Nice vision. Couldn't sneak the pass through, though, to Preston Dope, who slides a pass all the way through. Just kept away from Homus at the last moment. Now Theodolu. Back on 2-on-2, trying to make things a little closer for the T-Birds here late in the first period.
It's situations like these where you actually come to appreciate just how difficult goaltending in hockey is. It might insult some soccer fans here, but I feel like, at the high school level, your starting goalie can't do it. You can get a player to play goal in soccer, and they do a fairly decent job. Whereas in hockey, not saying Brussie's doing a bad job, not by any means, but it is such a foreign place to be, and not really. I don't know what transfers over. Like, it truly is a unique position, one of a kind, and you really respect what these guys can do when you see a player who is not used to doing the position in between the pipes.
Even the stick handling, as we talked about, especially like myself, if you're a righty, having to kind of play the puck lefty with a blocker and a glove on, no easy task. That one sneaks through. Hopped over Brussie's stick, it looked like. That'll be a goal for Jake Byers.
And again, he gets the stick on it, but just it's he's got a defenseman with the player's stick. Maybe he blocks it, but the goaltending stick and holding it and how you got to hold it. And like as you keep mentioning, if it's flip-flopped, like for me, I'm lucky. I am left-handed, catch with my, the glove in my right, but I am also a righty in hockey, so it would work well for me. Don't know the case for Brussie.
Here's Maresca. He's had his opportunity. He's opened the scoring.
Now I wonder who Friars is.
His only goal.
Who's Friars?
Connetquot Sayville did have a Friars goaltender.
Daniel,
I'm not
right?
sure if that is Daniel Friars' jersey, of course, because it does not appear to be a T-Birds jersey.
One of the better goalies as well, Daniel Friars.
He was phenomenal last year. He was actually on the developmental team that had their Cinderella run after sneaking into the playoffs, knocking out two of the top teams. Big hit delivered, but the puck sneaks in. Tough break for Connetquot Sayville and Brussie. As they actually knocked Maresca off the puck. Didn't really get a shot away, but it snuck through.
Right through the wickets of Brussie as the Longwood stat sheet continues to be padded. Every single player, Brady, outside of Mr. Nocerino, is on the score sheet.
Been a full team effort thus far. See if the T-Birds can. I know they're not going to give up or hang their heads at any point in this hockey game. It's still the first period, but they certainly have to start playing a bit more in the offensive end to give themselves a chance here.
Well, not only that, but just in terms of bettering your play when you have your usual goaltender in the net, you don't want to be pinned down in your own zone and giving up a lot of shots as they would. Sure, the score probably wouldn't be as lopsided, but you want to continue to put some good play on the tape. Again, it's not unheard of. A team wins without a usual goalie or a no goalie at all, but it really requires everyone else to just play that much better.
As we mentioned, that developmental team as well, they'll be in action tomorrow. I'll be on the call for that one thing, playing none other than KPC, who they faced in that championship game last year that they held on to win 3-2. In the game they led 3-0. They'll be missing some of their usual players, though. It should be an interesting changing of the guard for those two schools.
The shoe indeed fit for Connetquot Sayville. To quote Mr. Campbell, fantastic call, let alone being
several hundreds of miles away.
I was about to say, great call from in the control center of Nationals, the now defunct AAU Hockey Nationals.
Down in Jacksonville. Connetquot Sayville starting to spend a little bit more time in the O-zone. Can they get some shots towards the net? Theodolu trying to knife his way through, puts it in front. Good aggressive stick by Nocerino.
credit to Theodolu. I think he's been, Connetquot Sayville's best player thus far.
He's had his chances. The puck has been on his stick a lot. Hickson just trying to Iserman slap shot from the blue line. Puck will come out to center here with 20 left in the period. Byers finds a path in down the far side. Stick handles, tries the toe drag to the backhand. Good defense. Look out there though. Swung off the apron and Brussy will pounce on it with 8.1 left in the first. So as we mentioned, these two teams met twice last year, November 4th, 2024, and then this year, November 4th and February 24th, 10-3 and 10-5 respectfully. Maresca had a goal and an assist in that one, and Bellaro had a 4-goal performance in that game back in November, the 10-3 win for Longwood. As this one comes back down on Nocerino, and he'll run out the clock. A strong first period for Longwood. They lead at 9-1. We'll be back for the second period momentarily on LI Sports Network. Welcome back to the rinks here in the Hopong. A 9-1 lead going into the second period for Longwood. An unexperienced Jacob Brussy doing his best for Connetquot Sayville between the pipes, but hasn't had too much help in front of him offensively, as it was wire to wire there in that first. And Maresca, nice move, drives in, scores. Picking up where he left off. He opened the scoring and gets things started in the second as well with that beauty.
That's going to be a hat-trick goal for Jeremy Maresca. And so he's getting the season kicked off right. And
he splits right through there on the face-off win, puts it on goal, and saw that one pinball around just a bit, but Brussy does his best. And going back to how difficult, though, goaltending can be when you're throwing it. So many things to think about, too, like in that instance, keeping your stick down in front and having all the mechanics down. I'm not sure if he'll continue to play goal, what their situation for Connetquot Sayville is early in the season, but it'll come with time for sure.
It's interesting because Rupert, when he was on I believe the freshman team, he played emergency goal in a game and actually made some pretty good saves. So I'm sure they very easily could have went with Rupert in goal as opposed to Brussy, but maybe Brussy volunteered, falling on the sword there. I don't know. Either way, you mentioned it. There's so much minutia involved in goaltending, and it's completely foreign to anyone who tries it, who hasn't tried it before. You really have to, like nothing about the game is relatable really at all. Everything comes to you. You do nothing, right? You can't essentially change anything yourself other than you just have to get in the way of the puck. So a completely different mindset in addition to everything else. And
Theodolu went towards the bench and almost picked up a goal there, and then snuck that one nearly under the bar. Just missed on the near side. Longwood will clear again, no icing.
Yeah, Theodolu continues to be the best player for...
Brussy got the call from the referee to play it, and then it looked like another one blew the whistle right as he let the puck go.
He was certainly not planning on moving that puck, and like almost looked like he was playing the shell game, sliding that puck the glove back and forth.
Bolaro holds it in off the face-off. Good play here by Haggerty. Unable to get it out, though. Had some help from Theodolu. Down 8 early in the second, but he's been everywhere for this CSY team.
Continues to look like the best player wearing white tonight. Well, white, orange, and red, I should say.
Has the puck on his tape here. Lost it, though. Couldn't quite get it out. And the pass a bit behind him. Byers on to Bolaro. Off of Theodolu. Haggerty settled. Lost it to Byers. Boy, Longwood have some great young talent on their defensive pairings. Bolaro and Byers they kind of look like almost young Cale McCarrs out there, Adam Fox, you name it. The way they could skate with their head up too, play the full 200-foot game.
Yeah, something tells me that they may not be given 100% on a night like this, especially up by 8 early in the second.
This puck comes back out to center where Arenzo gets on it. He scored 2 in 34 seconds late in that first period, which led the team this season for a couple minutes before Maresca picked up his second and then the ensuing hat-trick goal in this period. Here's Zeno, pulls up at the blue line. Tests Brussy, but Brussy didn't have to make a save as it went wide. Look out here, Macy nearly stripped Byers that time. And when you're up this big, obviously the mental aspect of the game could be slowed down just a little, and Byers almost looked like he didn't see Macy coming there. Maresca. Dope steps up, helps out Jeremy Maresca, who will take it back out to the neutral zone. Drop it off for Bolaro. On for Maresca. Returns it, Bolaro offside.
It's been a game in which we have seen the predictable result thus far, but maybe got to play on for pride, play on to continue to get those reps, game simulation type things, and almost, for Connetquot Sayville, like a game 0 of, for college football reference there.
Doe pulls it in, backhands it towards the net, getting the glove on it is Brussy. Oh, hold on, 10:55 left here in the second period.
Speaking of the difficulty of goaltending again, you ever try to go in the butterfly position, Brady? Like the goaltending butterfly position?
It's not easy. I know that much.
My legs can't sit crisscross applesauce, so Lord knows.
That doesn't help.
Lord knows I would probably be a horrendous goaltender. And I would absolutely be standing upright, as we see from
Bolaro. Possibly a breakaway. He'll cut through, takes the shot, goes wide. Holmes strips it on. Preston Dope denied by Brussy in close.
A nice poke check there. And that's the defense, former defender coming out of him there.
That's definitely maybe the one kind of aspect from being a skater, especially defenseman, that comes with goaltending. You get to poke check once in a while in close. And when you play so much defense as well, it kind of becomes second nature when the player's right next to you. Here's Holmes. Taken back by Polidoro. Theodolu chips it on for Haggerty. Haggerty brings it in. Outside test, steered aside by Nocerino, who all things considered hasn't been tested much, but he's looked good. We'll be playing with Kasper Stabinski this season, who is not here tonight. Nocerino getting the start in game number 1. Between the legs pass, and they score. And Lorenzo gets the hat trick on a beauty of a feed.
Yeah, it's worth another look, so let's do it.
Who else was it? Yep, Christopher Bellaro.
Yep, he's showing off the skating ability. Is hello. Takes a
skate,
ricochet,
yep.
too. Oh. And no chance for Brussy on that one. Longwood up by 10.
It's become that point in the game where we might see a bit more of that, or similar to that, from players like Bellaro.
Lorenzo up to 4 points tonight.
Oh, look out, Bellaro almost got hit there as he's practically sitting in the penalty box there. Almost got hit by Lorenzo.
Didn't flinch, though, so points there
I'm not
to
sure.
you, Bellaro.
Not sure if he was quite looking. He'd have to turn his body.
Also, not sure which Bellaro relative played in the SCHSHL prior, but there is a jersey that hangs here at the rinks when you walk in, dawning of the Longwood Lions, and it has Bellaro on the back, so I would assume it's someone in the family. Yeah.
Get our SCHSHL historians onto that one.
Gotta hit the books.
8.5 left here in the second. Zano, good zone time work here by the Lions. Taken back though, and some time for Riley. Gave it up, chipped on. Lorenzo puts it past Beisel. Hickson goes across for Byers. And it's sticked in by Maresca. Beisel. Through everybody, as Longwood is making a change. Will it be an icing? Nope, Nocerino will come out. And he had a little bit of trouble, scrambles back into the net to make that save. Nocerino looks a bit more comfortable in there, but that stick handling, man, it is not easy.
Yeah, so Brussy, don't feel so bad. Even the seasoned goaltender Mark Nocerino, who has had his fair share of fantastic highlight reel saves throughout his Longwood tenure. Even he not immune to the puck mishap. And you see it all the time at the NHL level.
Oh, yeah.
There's a whole phrase after it. If you're a goaltender,
10 the goal.
That's it.
Halfway through the hockey game, Longwood well in control here, up by 10. Macy, though, trying to cut into it just a bit. Lost the handle. Theodolu still battling.
I love that.
Macy have been applying as much pressure as they can here. Theodolu centers it. Look out. Take away Lorenzo. Does he have another point in him? He's with Maresca. Lorenzo stops, looks. He'll just go back to the point. Almost a dangerous pass, though. Ends up back with Maresca. Nearly snuck that short side. Bellaro down for Holmes. Nice backhand pass. Lorenzo, not sure if he was trying to return it, but looked like he was caught between shooting and passing. Put it wide.
Yeah, given the situation.
Maresca buries it, though.
Yeah. Good sportsmanship to try to, work the puck around, and if you're going to score, have it be one of those plays where even a seasoned goaltender maybe wouldn't stop it. So I would expect Longwood in the offensive zone to continue to do more of what we just saw. You know what I'm thinking now is we should do something with the LASN crew and just, have all of us throw on the goalie pads, best save percentage on 10 shots, maybe 10 breakaways.
Well, hope it doesn't involve too much skating, because I have not skated much in my life, if I'm being honest. I did actually play a period of deck hockey as a goalie.
How'd that go?
Didn't go great. I made some saves, but a good stop there by Brussy.
So kind of like that?
Did let up 2, though, and it was actually our first game together as a team over at the sports arena. I was like, you know what, I'll at least start the game as the goalie. I am, not to toot my own horn, pretty good knee hockey goaltender, though. My brother could attest to that.
Oh, shout out Jack Campbell.
Hickson played almost by a high stick there. Here's Maresca. He's not afraid to shoot, and he snuck that one. Looked like just short side on Brussy, who didn't quite have the whole post sealed off.
Maresca up to, is that his 5th, Brady? I think it might be.
Yep.
So starting off the season with a 5er. Not a bad way to start.
Taking the most of every chance he could get here in game number 1.
Bellaro up to 4 assists now.
Maresca wants to go home tonight and see his name at the top of the goals and perhaps points leaderboard for at least the next day or so in the JV division. Offside here against Longwood. 4:45 left in period number 2.
So you mentioned it. Decided to look it up, and it's Colin Inga, who had 4 goals and an assist for East Islip in what was quite the game against West Islip.
Skated ahead by Polidoro, taken away by Orenzo. Head up, finds the defenseman here. Byers activating as much as he can tonight. Orenzo wasn't looking on that fan pass. Here's Haggerty, he overskates it. Orenzo missed it, it comes back out. Skated on by Byers. Under 4 minutes left in the period. Curls, looks. Dope was there, but a good read by Maisie. Maisie tries the dangle. Good hustle, though, by Byers.
So, yeah, quick correction. It was East Islip defeating Northport Huntington 7-3, in which Inga had those 4 goals.
Yeah, West Islip got the win in their first game after being on the lower side of the standings last season. Nonetheless, against St. Anthony, I believe it was St. Anthony's Gold the other night, if I'm not mistaken, who was a playoff team last season. Here's Haggerty. Drops it off. Maisie will keep it in. Head up, swings it behind. All the way around. And back out. Possible chance here in the cell of the rolling puck. The defenseman to the backhand. And tucking it home is Byers. And Jake Byers on the board here tonight with goal number 2.
West Islip beating Ward Melville.
So
No, that's varsity. Oh. No, yes, they played each other in varsity and JV.
yes, it was Ward Melville. I'm getting the Ward Melville confused with the St. Anthony's teams.
They were a playoff team, though,
yes,
Brady.
I knew I had part of it right.
Led by Gerard, Brett Spires, and Michael McFadden. All of which departed, and it's that constant turnover that leads to some great teams maybe not being so great the following year, and it leads to some teams that maybe weren't so great the year prior to getting those reinforcements they need to really level up.
Bolaro, cross ice, and we've seen that at really all levels. I mean, obviously developmentally, you have new kids coming in that we haven't seen just yet. The lowest of levels, but we also have players, and we've seen it a lot kind of at these middle levels, freshmen and JV, as Polidoro with the steal.
You could even see it at the varsity level. You get a player like, Travis Quigley, who has been playing travel and maybe even playing out of the state, comes home 1 year at the varsity level and
wins it all with West Islip.
Yeah, that's. I don't know if he's been listening to our calls, but
I feel like every night his name has come up. That one's in the Longwood bench. Of course, you mentioned Brett Spires. He's now at the varsity level with, as if they needed him, Smithtown Hauppauge, who has been a perennial powerhouse.
Yeah, listed as a Hauppauge High School senior. You might know a thing or two about Hauppauge High School.
I do, and I know that last name. I went to school with Aspire, so don't know if there's any relation, but takeaway, Zeno. Theodolu with the back check, boy.
Yeah.
One of the few bright spots, if you will, tonight for Connetquot Sayville.
I'll tell you, the coaches are absolutely taking notice of the effort in a 14-1 game in the second period in which you don't have your typical goaltender. Theodolu, I mean, I don't know if he's wearing the C, but he's playing like a captain tonight. I love it. I love it. Truly. And he doesn't have the C. It is instead, who is it? Wearing the C there, 62, not even listed.
Hard around, Bolaro holds it in. 40 seconds left here in the period as Longwood looks to run out another strong second.
That's because it's not 62, it's 52. Scherer wearing the captain, wearing the C.
Haven't called his name too much tonight, though, as he holds that puck in. Excuse me, that's by Sell. Now it's Zeno, 2-on-1. Arenzo, Zeno will fire one wide.
Yeah.
Theodolu just fires it down, hoping he can catch No Sereno napping.
It is Bizel, and yeah, sure. Listed as 52 on the website. Shame on you, game sheet.
I'll do it for period number 2. Another strong one for Longwood as they expand their lead, and looks like, I believe, we'll get our first running clock here of the season with a big lead for the Lions. We'll be back for the third period next here on LI Sports Network. And welcome back for the third period on LI Sports Network. Brady Campbell with Ryan Brannigan, Rowan Laddick on the camera. Big lead for Longwood, 14-1 over Connetquot Sayville here at the JV level opening game for both these teams. If you're just joining us, Jacob Brussi getting, I believe it's his first start here in the SCHSHL as a goaltender. He's normally a skater, and well, he's done the best he's could, but as we mentioned throughout the night, obviously being thrown into the goaltending position when you're normally a skater is no easy task, and Longwood has certainly take advantage of their strong offensive zone play. This one's cleared down the ice.
A combination of just not having the puck in the offensive zone and obviously the player playing goal will lead to a blowout loss such as what we're seeing. Interesting enough, it was 2-0 Longwood when Maisie scored to make it 2-1.
That is true. It feels like a while ago, but it was a one-goal game for a few minutes too before Longwood was able to get a couple more to extend their lead, and they haven't looked back since. But even early in the game, it was relatively close. Longwood did not allow much for Connetquot Sayville. It's just been the puck in the offensive zone for the Lions for much of this hockey game. Takeaway here for Riley. Stretches it out, looking for Maisie. He and Theodolo have been good offside here against Longwood. Maisie has the goal, and the only thing at this point really for Connetquot Sayville, it feels like Theodolu absolutely deserves to find the back of the net here. He's had a couple chances, and overall it's just played a solid game.
He's played great, and you just see the effort on every shift he's provided. And you know, when you have a more complete lineup, Connetquot Sayville that is, you'll hope to see a better things for not only the team, but for Theodolu and the team. And
take away Haggerty, missed high.
Yeah, good chance for Haggerty there. Try to get those on goal.
Ruppert, watched by Maruska. Boy, he looks like he's really trying to pad those stats there. He's going 110 from puck drop here all the way to 12.5 left in the third. Good block by Hickson. And he might be off to the races. Wins the battle against Ruppert. They'll shoot it in from the blue line and miss wide. Oh, look out. It was under Brussi there. He's able to find it in the crease and make the cover.
Yeah.
That's something you'll learn too quickly, is those hard banks off the boards right back out towards the front.
You know what it'll do, and I'm sure, when they have their usual goaltender back, whoever it may be, they'll have an added appreciation for the difficulty of the position.
Puck out in front, no one home in the green jersey. And once again, the hustle of Maruska paying dividends here for Longwood.
I'll say I love both of these two teams' jerseys.
They do have good jersey game, that's for sure. Longwood. And oftentimes, obviously it's not the exact same, but you do kind of get Flames vibes from Connetquot Sayville, which isn't a bad thing because the Flames have some nice colors and all that. But more so for Longwood, obviously a lot of these teams seem to get some inspiration from NHL jerseys. And Longwood obviously has different colors as well, but have some nice looking green unis.
I think they're fairly unique, obviously the Flames come to mind with Connetquot save. Wow.
Oh, and he made the save. Good save, Brussi. Kept his stick down that time.
Yeah, look at the development in goal from Brussi.
It almost carried him into the net, but he made the stop on the goal line.
Oh, that's great. And you know what? Yeah, Maruska, he wants all the goals tonight. He's not satisfied with just 5. He wants to finish the season. And when the season comes to an end, You look at how many goals you scored. You're not going to remember that 5, 6 of them came against a defenseman playing goal. You know, be like, I scored 35 goals this year, you know?
It's looking to catch Ovechkin in one game. Hickson at the point. Just feeds it down to the corner, and Captain Bicel up to Haggerty, and the T-Birds get out. Yeah, as you mentioned, obviously, Sachem with the inspiration of Vegas. Smithtown Hauppauge looks like kind of the Rangers, but the kind of the dark green Lions jersey is.
Yeah, Sachem wasn't always a Vegas lookalike. They were a Blackhawks lookalike.
They still, their logo is still basically the Blackhawks with maybe some color tweaks.
One of the best, unbiased, of course, coming from me. Very, very unbiased. Although I do like the Smithtown Hauppauge colors. They're pretty good, too.
I was waiting for you to bring that one up.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I do like the colors, but...
Oh, do you?
The jersey reminds me of something I don't like.
Oh, what a play by Rupert there.
A play by Lorenzo as well to win the puck back. These two teams still giving it their all with 9 minutes left. Some room to skate. Does Theodolu have one in him? Lost it. Haggerty follows it up. In and out of the glove of Nocerino. Chopped off the apron.
I just found it interesting they call that the apron. Do you ever cook, Brady?
Not a whole lot, no. But I like the unique terms that you don't hear a lot.
That's true.
Swung behind by Zeno.
I guess you could say, like, you know, the post frame of the net is like a body, and then it's like an apron over it, I guess.
Bolaro cuts towards the middle. The dasher. Name another one.
Yes, the dasher.
The kick plate. Look out here, Theodolu flying up the ice. Couldn't get a shot away, tries to drop it. Haggerty moves in as a teammate to his right. Good save, Nocerino.
Early
and we have
whistle.
our game's first.
Oh.
And perchance only penalty of the game. Hooking coming up, I believe, against Longwood.
That's true, yes. First power penalty coming almost halfway through the third period.
That's going to be Joseph Lorenzo. No fighting, of course, in the SCHSHL, but I guess he's as close as he can be to a Gordie Howe hat trick. The goal and an assist, and then a penalty, I believe.
Oh, they're stopping the clock here, Brady. Oh, let's throw some time back up there. It's frozen at 7:35. Not sure. Do we have a timeout here?
That was certainly Nocerino's biggest save of the night.
And again, it's Theodolu, who I am just rooting for at this point to just score, or at least on that play have the primary assist, and took 2 defenders with him into the boards. Left Haggerty. Haggerty could have, I don't know, played a little tic-tac-toe, a little paddywhack before taking that shot. That's how you had all day in front of the goaltender. But a great save nonetheless from Mark Nocerino. And so here come Connetquot Sayville. Can they get goal number 2? Branny's bold take says they will.
And the last one on the ice, Theodolu. He's at the left wing position with Maisie centering both him and Quinlan Riley, who I believe was a Northport Huntington Tiger last year.
Who?
The Rileys, Quinlan Riley.
I'm almost positive he's on Southampton. Oh, boy.
No, wait. You're right. I'm sorry. There was a
Riley.
There was
yes.
certainly at least one
yes.
Riley. And sometimes there's too many players with one name, related or not, that obviously get confused with what team they're on. Great feed, Bolaro allows Smith to skate into it. He'll feed it behind the goal.
Yeah, Bolaro at 50%, still looking like a very effective player on the ice here tonight.
Here's Maisie.
Oh.
Theodolu behind the defense, almost snuck by. Actually ends up on goal, where this time Brussy will keep it moving. Good alert play by Hickson. Nothing easy for Connetquot Sayville here at this juncture, even though Theodolu was behind the defense. Oh, he's all over Bellaro. Bellaro takes it behind the cage, looking for some space.
And these Connetquot Sayville players got to be gassed. I mean, a 3-man bench is tough.
Absolutely, and not much better for Longwood. Looks like only a 4-man bench for them.
Oh, one in the box.
Well,
right?
he would be out on the ice.
That's true. Hey, there, yes. There.
Well, almost a breakaway for Smith. It'll settle for him. At this juncture, he's not going to run up the score any further.
Good hard back check from Rupert there.
Well, we're slowed down just enough, too, to allow Rupert to put enough pressure on him. And unfortunately for Connetquot Sayville, this power play comes and goes. As looks like the student sections, if you will, starting to enter for the varsity game up next. Sachem and KPC, potential to be a good one. A lot of turnover for both teams, especially KPC, but two of the top teams in the varsity division last year set to renew acquaintances.
Yeah, 3rd and 4th place respectively. Sachem an overtime away from knocking off St. Anthony, a shootout away. It was an absolute thrilling game I had the pleasure of calling, and new season dawns at the varsity level. And those are two big fan bases, KPC and Sachem respectively.
Zeno, good glove save. Might have been going wide, but
give it to him.
Come on. He caught it. He caught it too with the glove reaching across.
We don't track
impressive
shots.
Stop. Yeah, can only get better, of course, as the game goes on. And Brussy, you see, he's starting to figure out certain aspects already. And once again, we can only say so much about the future of what the goaltending situation for Connetquot Sayville will look like, but give it a few more games and Brussy will start to get some more aspects of that game down, although I'm sure if they had him as a skater as well, he'd certainly help in that aspect of the game. He's a phenomenal player.
I'd imagine he'd be a bit more effective as the play in the position he has always played up until this point in his life. But not a bad way to start the year for Longwood, 14-1. Oh my.
Tough way to potentially end the game for Maresca, but great back check from Byers, and he's not done. Long range try in and out of the glove of Brussy. And it looks like he's starting to figure out that glove hand.
Yeah, and getting some cheers from the crowd, rightfully so. That was a hard shot from a player in Byers, already has 2 on the night. Looking for the hat trick, and attaboy, Brussy.
Face-off winner Renzo, who has taken the game's lone penalty, skates it back out to center. And we want to talk about another player that's going to look towards the cage. Number 19, we're going to go coast to coast, just dumps it in off the helmet of Bicel. To the point, Lorenzo holds it in, and Hickson, it's a Longwood team, wants to keep this game where it's at. Hickson, especially Theodolu's out there, which he is not right now, but he's been trying to sneak in a couple breakaways. Ryan Hickson playing deep in his own end here.
Yeah, I think Longwood are content with the 14 they got on the board. I think it's enough, Brady. I think it might be enough.
Well, if it's not, certainly be one of the greatest games in the history of the SCHSHL. I'd say the greatest comeback, as that one went in and out of the glove of Nocerino, who once again hasn't been tested nearly as much as Brussy, but has had himself a solid opening night performance. Just the one goal allowed early in the first, which made it a one-goal game at the time, but settled in nicely. The team in front of him responded after that. Of course, with 12 more. Steele, Holmes in alone. Save, Brussy. Holmes tried to go high, and Brussy made the stop.
Yeah, let's highlight it. Why not? We get a stoppage.
Maresca cuts back. Down to Dope. Nice vision. Renzo settles. Does he have another in him? He'll just drop it off. Macy to the point. Swept down low. Dope gets to it. Watched by Ruppert. 1 minute to go. As more fans start filing in.
Yeah.
See a Farmingdale State hockey sweatshirt. As the Rams just about set to get their season underway.
Yeah, shout out Farmingdale State hockey resident Gabe Curry operating our socials. Give us a follow at LI Sports Network for all the latest updates, last night's best, and so much more.
Of course, we will have many of the Rams games this season as well, as they looking to both the Division I, Division II, now M2, M3, looking to come back after strong seasons last year when they went to the AAU Nationals last season. Had some fun down there with those teams, some controversy and some big wins.
What controversy? It went in, Brady.
Well, what's an exciting run without a little bit of controversy? This team in the green and white wins tonight in a big way. The Longwood Lions start off their season with a big 14-1 victory as Connetquot Sayville, after just a one-win season last year, will drop their opener, but it is a long season. And Jacob Brussy showing some flashes towards the end of the game. We'll see if he gets another nod in net at some point, or if they bring him back out as a skater. Mark Nocerino, though, a phenomenal game between the cage. Maresca, Renzo finding the back of the net multiple times. Chris Bolaro with an incredible performance. We could go through the whole roster. However, we are going to step out after this one. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tune in for the big varsity game up next. KPC Sachem. Ryan Brannigan will have the play-by-play. I'll be joining him on color with Rowan Laddick. For everyone here at LISN, Gabe Curry with the socials. Rowan Laddick on the camera. Ryan Brannigan, board and color. He could do it all. He's play-by-play next. I'm Brady Campbell signing off. Final score, Longwood Lions 14, Connetquot Sayville Thunderbirds 1. Thank you so much for tuning in to Junior Varsity Suffolk County High School Hockey League action on LI Sports Network.